The dot.
Check it every Sunday.
They test it every Sunday. It's a weekly reminder of our neighbors. The 12 o'clock lunatic, they call it round here.
Yeah?
Major been in yet?
No, he's out with his girlfriend this morning, Tom. First time she's been down here.
Well, where's she come from, then?
London, I think. School teacher.
It's a bit late for him to start thinking about getting married, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. He's a lonely man. Behind it all, he's only got himself.
Oh, there's a welcome round the door for every one of them up at Parkways.
I wonder how many of them are ever cured.
Cured, my dear, they're criminal lunatics, a little better than brutes.
I suppose it is terribly difficult to know what to do with people like that.
Is it? What do you do with a mad dog?
Donald, it's not quite the same.
2 years ago, one of them escaped. He was loose for 3 days, during which time no woman or child in this vicinity dare leave their homes. And he'd been gone 2 hours before they sounded off that siren. There could have been a child massacre for all they cared up there at Parkway.
Was there?
I'd like to have seen him try it.
You know, I think you would.
What do you mean?
After 15 years in the army, life in a small Kent village must be a bit tame.
What we need to drink. Come on.
It's about time you got tied up, Tom, isn't it?
And where's the women around here?
Oh, I don't know. There's young Hazel Ashley. She's coming along all right.
Yeah. So I've been hearing. Oh, I've got no time for that sort of nonsense. Look, I've got a month's work to do in less than a week. That's if the weather holds good. And it's only me and the old man to do it.
I'll tell you what, Tom. There's over 300 idle hands down at Parkways. Strong ones, too. They'll help you with your potatoes.
You said it.
Morning, George.
Good morning, sir.
Oh, hi, Tom. Joe, meet Tom Baldwin. He and his father own that farm that you're inviting down the road.
Oh,
Pleased to meet you, miss.
we saw your father in the orchard.
Yes, he's very busy just now. Saturdays, Sundays, all the same to us, you know. No 5-day week stuff for us, is there, Major?
There you are, Major.
Thank you, George. Jill, meet George.
How do you do, miss?
What do you do?
Or what'll it be, some of our local cider?
Oh, I'd love some, thank you.
Oh, I hear there's a chance of you coming down to stay here, miss.
Well, I don't know about that. It seems rather a dangerous place to be.
Oh, the Major will look after you. No, you don't want to take any notice of all this talk about escapes. Ever since we had one 2 years ago, they've got that place down there really sewn up. No one can get out of it now.
You know, sir, it takes 45 minutes to make a complete search of the grounds and all. We've checked all the main buildings.
And you say he was definitely on church parade this morning?
Oh, yes, sir. He went into the chapel, all right. And we checked them as they came out, but there was no Miller.
You've questioned the other patients in the Padre?
There's another officer doing that now, sir.
This would happen when the governor was away.
It's my opinion he took advantage of the test siren.
Well, it has to be tested. Remember what happened 2 years ago.
It's working all right now, sir.
I'm not sounding that alarm until I'm absolutely sure.
Yes, sir. Only a man can go a long way while you're...
While I'm making up my mind.
Yes, sir.
That's my responsibility. Besides, it's so soon after the test alarm that people might think we were testing again.
Yes, sir. Only... Well, I have a wife and family down in the village.
I want you to commence the search of the grounds beginning at the main drive and report to me immediately you've finished.
Very good, sir.
Operator, give me Maidford 1113.
Chief Constable here. Oh, good afternoon, Nickel. Yes? Oh. Yes, I see. Right. Thank you. Ask Inspector Bennett to come in, and then get me the CRO.
Inspector Bennett, the Chief Constable. Sir?
Hello, Records. Chief Constable here. I want all the file details on Alec Miller, prisoner, patient, Parkways. Get them sent up to me straight away.
You want me, sir?
Yes, that was Parkways on the phone. The governor's away, and one of their bright boys thought it a good opportunity to get lost.
You mean an escape, sir?
I don't know what I mean. The medical superintendent doesn't seem to know either. But one of his boys can't be found. It's not yet to be regarded as an escape. I think he's afraid of sounding that little hooter of his in case the local sweet bashers get at him. Anyway, I can't take a chance. I'm going to alert patrols for escape procedure. We'll set up roadblocks here, here, and here. And of course on the main arterial. Now you get down to Parkways straight away. I want someone there who understands my language.
Get the dogs out, sir?
Yeah.
All right, sir.
Don't stand any waffling from Nichols. If you think the man's outside those walls, I want to know it straight away.
All right, sir. Who are we looking for, sir?
Alec Miller.
Miller? You mean...
Yes.
Hey, you're in a hurry. Where are you going?
What,
You see, I was...
Yeah, well, don't give me that one about waiting for a bus. There've been 2 past here in the last hour, and they were full. You got a light? Had a light here somewhere. Oh, it is. Lorry driver sold it for me. Tied a bit of string around it and dipped it in his petrol tank. I've never seen that done before, have you? Tried to get fresh with me after that. When I wouldn't play, he put me down here. You looking for a lift?
No.
I've got to get to the American Air Base at Ramsgate. My husband's a pilot there. I'm just back from London. Where are you heading?
Looking for work.
Take life seriously, don't you? What do you do?
Farm work.
Well, there's plenty of farms around here. I never knew anybody worked in a farm before. You have to get up early, don't you?
Yeah, it's all right. You know where I can get a drink?
Well, there's a village a mile or 2 back down the road. Must be a pub there.
I mean, a glass of water or something.
Water? Is that what you drink?
Don't have no money.
Oh. Well, don't look at me.
Where'd you say that village was?
About a mile back down the road. I think it's called Charingwell or something. Hey, hang on a sec. It's all right, I'm not going to bite you. Here. Have one on me. Well, go on, take it.
Thanks.
Afternoon, Major Peter.
Afternoon, Jack.
Hello, George. Tom. Oh, miss. Here. I've just seen a police car going to the parkways. I suppose there's another of them going in there. I wonder what he's done.
Inspector Bennett, sir.
Good morning, Dr. Nichols.
You haven't wasted any time.
The Chief Constable takes a very serious view of this. You've sounded the alarm.
No, we're still completing the search inside the walls.
Well, how long is that supposed to take, sir? If one of your prisoners has escaped...
Patience.
Patience, all right. You realize the responsibility is yours.
I know all about that. I don't feel justified in giving a general alert yet.
When was he missed?
About 40 minutes ago.
About?
We don't keep them chained to the wall, Inspector. This isn't a police station.
Well, I appreciate that, sir. We've got our job to do.
And so have I. I've got to consider 300 patients in this institution and the effect upon them of sounding that alarm. Why, it would take us weeks to quieten them again.
Does everybody talk about them all the time?
Well, perhaps we do let the place get on top of us a bit, but you see, we all still remember that escape. It was pretty grim for people with families.
I gather that the police caught the man.
Just as well for him they did. Before the Major got there.
Why?
Major's the best shot in the county. That's why.
Is that so? Really?
I've seen the Major hit a jay on the wing from 150 yards. With a rifle, mind you. Yeah, I reckon he could do one of them chimpanzees from half a mile.
Half a pint of bitter, please.
Sorry, chum.
Yeah, but I ain't a gypsy.
George, Miss Shadwell's glass seems to be empty. She's taken quite a fancy to our cider.
They make it locally, miss. Not everybody likes it, but I reckon it's much better than the bottled.
A darn sight stronger than some of that whiskey you get up in London.
I've seen young Tom go under the table with it. Now, look, son, I don't want to appear awkward.
Yeah, all right. But I want to ask you a question. I'm trying to find work on a farm. Potato lifting or something like that. I thought that you might... Well, you see, I can do almost anything on a farm, and I thought that, well, if anybody needed a hand...
Well, where do you come from? Mind you, I'm not going to say that there is any work, but...
Well, I was on a farm, cherry picking last year, but it came to an end. It was the other side of the Medway there.
Good day.
No, go on.
Hello.
I'll be back, son.
Ta.
How's the garden, Bet?
Could do with some more rain. Rain? Well, what about my potatoes? You get your watering can out, Sergeant. Bert, someone's been laying rabbit wires in the Major's lower meadow again.
Well, he doesn't mind if he keeps his bunnies down, does he?
Ah, that's not the point, Bert, and you know it. It's his land. Same thing happened on my land only last week. I don't know what we pay your salary for.
Well, I'll take a stroll down there.
They left the gate open as well. One of his heifers got out yesterday. It's them Ikers.
Well, let me know if it happens again, Jack.
I will. I'll be straight down to your place.
Well, how are the potatoes, Tom?
Oh, fine. Except that I've lost half my crop through blight.
Got any help?
No, can't get any.
Well, I think I've got a casual for you, Tom. Well, I don't know. Offer a chap a job and he disappears.
Sorry it's too loud for your ladyship.
No, but, Mum, you've had it on ever since before lunch.
Yeah. You wait, there's something on you want to hear. We'll have it on nice and loud then, all right, won't we? Cheek. Telling me how loud I'm to have my own wireless on. You done the dishes?
I'm doing them now.
Yeah, well, there's some meshes to clean for tea. And you haven't finished sweeping out the back yet, have you? And when you've done that, to go up to the dairy farm and get me some milk. We're
Why
right
can't
out.
Johnny go to the dairy farm?
You know very well he's too young.
Too young. He's too young to do anything. All he does is go out and play.
Now, look, I've had enough of your lip. I'll get your father onto you.
You're real soft on Johnny, ain't you? Hello?
Hello?
Who are you?
I was wondering if I could get a drink of water, please.
Yes, there's plenty in the tap. My dad always says rinse it out once.
Yeah, never be too careful.
You working round here?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm looking for work.
Would you like some more? You're very thirsty, aren't you?
I'm not.
Yeah, I made these myself. Go on. I'd like you to have them. Hey, what's the matter with your hand?
I caught it on a nail.
Do you want me to have a look?
No, it's...
I wasn't going to bite.
Thanks for the drink. Excuse me, I wonder if you could tell me if there's anywhere around here I could have a kip.
Kip?
Yeah, sleep.
Oh.
I've been walking most of the night. A barn or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute.
Hazel! Hazel!
What do you want?
Who is it?
The man for some water.
Well, send him away.
All right.
Well, send him away then.
He's going. There's an old barn over there with a hayloft and some straw. You can get a kip there.
Anybody ever go in there?
How do you mean, my brother?
Well, where is it? I can't see it.
So, well, I've got to go up that way anyhow.
Well, no, don't bother.
No, I've got to go. Mum! I'll be going for the milk.
How much longer do we have to wait, sir?
There are 23 acres. 5 acres of woodland, 11 outbuildings, a chapel, 4 work sheds, a laundry.
He'll be halfway to Maidford by now.
Killing people all the way.
He is a killer, sir.
He's been having treatment for 4 years.
Oh, do you treat them here for being murderers?
We treat them for being insane. If we can save 1 in 100, it's worthwhile.
Is that his file, sir? Thank you. This tattoo mark on his right hand, how long's he had it?
As a youngster, I think.
Well, that's something to go on. Can't wipe those off very easily.
Well?
Sir, there's a great bough of a tree up against the north wall. It must be 300 weight. Only a man as strong as Miller could have moved it.
That's all I'm waiting for. Well, Dr. Nichols?
That's funny. Went off at 12, didn't it? Yeah.
It's never gone twice like that before.
That police car you saw going in, Jack.
Perhaps then you then.
What are you going to do?
Well, there's one thing I'm not going to do, and that's stand here doing nothing. There's a madman out there, and he's not going to wait for the police to catch him. Come on.
Oh, it's all right. Always goes at this time on Sundays. It's in the loony bin, you know. Hey, what's up?
I hate that noise.
Why, you was never in there, were you?
No, of course not.
Where have you heard that noise before, then?
You'd be too young to remember. That's what they used to use for air raids.
Why? Was you nearly killed or something?
No, I wasn't at home.
Well, there's the loft. There's an A up in the corner. You can go and sleep on it. Doing here?
Mum was going to drown them, so I keep them up here now.
I don't know what you want with such things. They're horrible.
They're not horrible. They're nice, ain't they, mister?
Yeah. Here. What do you call them?
The big one's George, and that one's Frank, and that one's Jean. I'll take them out if you like. They won't run away.
Johnny, Mum asked you to go on an errand to get the milk.
I ain't going for no milk. I'm too young.
Johnny, you didn't ought to stay up here. There are big rats everywhere, and your Mum wouldn't like it if you got bitten by a big rat, would she? Too young, aren't you?
Go on, there are no rats here. Is there, mister?
I don't know, Sonny.
Here you are, mister. Hold her in your hand. She won't run away.
Hasn't got much chance, has she?
Well,
Who?
Hazel and Johnny.
I don't know. Hazel's gone for the milk. Johnny's out. Why?
Didn't you hear the siren go?
Don't be silly. It's Sunday.
It's gone off proper this time. There's one of them got out.
From Parkways?
Yeah, from Parkways. You keep this damn wireless on too loud. There's everyone giving their kids in but us.
Oh, my God. Johnny! Hazel!
Whoever's standing there calling for him if they've gone off somewhere. Where have they gone?
Oh, Johnny slipped out after dinner. I don't know where he's gone. And Hazel went to the dairy farm to get some milk.
I'm going to get him. You stay here and bolt the door. And don't let no one in you don't know.
But, Jack,
Everyone's got their kids in but us.
All I want to know is, Norris, when did you know of this escape?
I keep telling you, Major, I knew of it same time as you did.
But what time did he escape? How long has he been at large?
I don't know. Now, look, Major, don't it be a good idea if you went to your home and took the lady with you? We've got it all in hand.
But what are you doing?
We've got it in hand.
Now, look here, Bert, you're one of us. You live here. By the time the chief constable gets here, that man may be anywhere. We must all pull together in this. We don't do something, who else will? I'm only trying to help. Now, tell me, which direction do you suppose to have gone in?
Major, I keep telling you I know nothing more than you do. Now, look, there's the inspector down. Honestly, you'll have to go. I'm sorry this should happen on your first visit, miss. But we don't normally carry on like this.
Inspector, I was just telling Sergeant Norris here that myself and 6 other men...
Thank you. We know what we're doing, sir.
Yes, I'm sure you do, but if you need any...
We've got it all under control, thank you, Major. Sergeant Norris.
Sergeant, I've got to see you.
You'd help me all very much more if you all went home.
But, Sergeant...
I know you all want to help,
I
but...
don't think we're needed here, Jack.
Major, you got your car here?
Yes.
Could you get over to my place? Quick.
Yes. Come on, Joe.
What you keep staring at me for?
You remind me of somebody.
Who?
Why do you keep on asking me so many questions?
I ain't never been to Mayford yet. Dad keeps promising.
Mayford's nothing. I've been there lots of times. You shut up.
No, you ain't. Only 2 times.
He don't remember.
Then I've been to Bristol and Wales. It's another country.
Oh. Where do you sleep when you go to these places?
Well, anywhere. Hostels in the winter and in the summer, well, you just sleep where you can. Like this morning, I tried to get some kip in a place and it turned out to be a chicken run. Ooh, and chickens were screaming and crowing, and then the farmer's wife came running out, and I'll tell you, I just had to run for it.
Oh, it's all right. Everybody goes by here on the way to the dairy farm. It's a short cut. Never look up here.
Where does he usually play?
Oh, it could be anywhere, really. He didn't say. Oh, I wish I'd never let him go.
Yeah, then why might? Where'd he take him?
Oh, I don't know. I just told him he wasn't to have them around the house. I won't mind how many white mice yet. Oh, what are we to do, Jack?
What about Hazel?
Well, she went for the milk. She'll be all right.
Yes, if she got there.
We better check on that. We'll go up the lane in the car. You better come with me, Jack. And you, Tom, take the shortcut across the fields. We'll meet you there, right?
Right.
Do you need a rifle to look for a little boy?
Yes, I do.
But the police said that we should...
Please remain in your homes. Keep your children indoors. Keep your children indoors. This man is dangerous. Keep in your home. There has been an escape from halfway.
Don't you think we ought to do what they want?
Look, Jill, you better stay with Mrs. Ashley. She's very upset.
Oh, I'm very upset.
Yes, I know, dear, but we'll soon...
No, that's not what I mean, Don. We should be together in this.
Look, this man is dangerous. You don't know what might happen to us out there.
I can see what's happening to us, Don.
Look, don't worry. You just stay here. Keep the door bolted.
You saw Miller at breakfast, didn't you? Was there anything strange about him then?
You know Miller, sir. You can't tell what he's thinking.
Has he said in the past few days that he wanted to go anywhere, or has anybody annoyed him?
Well, he doesn't like the sirens, sir. He always talks about them ever since we started the testing.
Would he know his way around this part of the world?
I doubt it, sir. He comes from another part of the country altogether. Once he got outside here, he wouldn't know where the main road went to.
He must have had a reason for going.
Well, you know, sir, the men, they talk amongst themselves. They think if they could get outside and get a job, stay out for a year or two, they could prove they're sane. Then they think the law can't hold them.
But what work could Miller do? What's he ever done?
Oh, well, he's done some farming in the grounds. He might be able to persuade some farmer to take him on. Of course, as you know yourself, he looks all right normally. Trouble is, it wouldn't last. Once he got one of his moods on, anything could happen. And if he got a knife in his hands, that might start him off again.
Yes, of course. If he did get a knife, it might trigger off a whole train of thought again.
I broke the point of my pencil. Can I sharpen it first, mister?
Yeah, let's look at it. Yeah, it is blunt, isn't it?
Have you got a knife?
No, I'm sorry, son.
Oh, I've got one, only I can't open it.
Yeah, well, let's look at it.
You ain't supposed to have it open. Dad said you mustn't.
Well, it ain't no good shot, is it?
Now, come on, let's look at it.
You ain't supposed to have it open.
Go on, open it, mister. Why don't you take that bit of rag off your hand?
No, it's all right, I can manage. Yeah, it's blunt.
There's a stone over there like what you use for sharpening knives on.
Give us a ride.
Major?
Yeah?
I think I found something. In that old cart shed, up in the hayloft, there's a man walking about.
Nobody ever uses that.
Tom, didn't you see much on him? Hasn't nobody seen much on him? He'll be all right. He'll be somewhere, Mrs. Ashley, don't worry.
Did you go up and have a look?
Well, no, I thought I'd better come straight back here first.
Didn't you catch sight of no one?
Well, you know what these blokes are like, Jack. I thought I'd better not let him see me.
Well, it could have been anybody up there, surely.
Not a man from the village would be up there with a warning on. They'll all be home with their families or getting ready.
Look, I think we better go, Major, before he breaks out. Once he's out in the open, it'll be much more difficult.
All right. Let's go.
Oh, he's got my Johnny, I know it.
He's more likely miles away by now. What about your daughter?
Oh, she'll be all right. She's up at the dairy farm.
Well, what about you and I going along there?
What, with that man around? No, we'd better leave it to the men.
I'm not so sure about that.
That's where I had him.
Could have been a rat.
No, he's up there all right. Like as not, he's got young Johnny up there with him, too.
Go on, John.
Hold it, Jack. Keep your voice down if he hears us. Now listen, we can get your boy out alive if we do this in an organized way. Now, Tom, I want you to come up the stairs with me and be prepared to open the trap door so I can have my rifle ready. Now, if he listens to reason and comes peaceably, he won't get hurt. But if I have any nonsense, I want you to grab Johnny, get him out of the way so that I can deal with the man.
You're not dealing with anybody, Major. I went up to your house, Chuck, as soon as the inspector had gone, since you wanted to see me. They told me you were all down here. Who have you got up there?
Johnny. He's up there with Miller.
You sure?
Well, it must be. Tom here distinctly heard a noise in the loft.
What kind of noise?
But no one from the village uses this place.
Surely the thing to do is to go up and have a look, isn't it? Like we were going to.
If it is Miller and he's got someone there, our instructions are that he's not to be disturbed till someone from Parkways gets here.
Parkways doesn't run this village.
Those are our instructions, Major. Now, we better get away from this door.
Sergeant, can't I call Johnny?
If you want to see Johnny alive again, Jack, you better do as I say. If there is anyone there and he hears us, come on.
A man answering to the description of Miller was seen boarding a bus on the Rochester Road at 2:10 this afternoon. A man answering to the description of Miller was reported to have bought matches at a shop in Tunbridge Wells at 2:12 this afternoon. A man answering to the description of Miller was seen driving a small brown car on the South Circular Road at 2:13 this afternoon. All these reports are being investigated.
Chief Constable here. Who? Charingwell? Yes, put him through. Tis possible. I shall have thought he'd have got further away by now. All right, Norris. I'll contact the inspector by radio. You wait until he gets there. Let me radio link with Inspector Bennett now in the Charingwell area. It needs Dr. Nichols at Parkways.
Yes? Thank you. I'll get there as quickly as I can. Please see that he's not disturbed or sees anybody. Rawlins?
Yes, sir?
They think they found him. They say there's a child with him.
Afternoon, Sergeant.
Sir?
How old is this little boy?
He's 10, sir.
His little parents, sir. What's he like with strangers?
He's very friendly, sir. Go out with anybody.
He must have been in here over half an hour. He'll be dead, Inspector. He'll be dead, I know.
Now then, Annie, don't you worry.
Are you sure it's Miller, Inspector?
It'll be the 5th Miller I've gone out after today. But it could be. Possibility there's a child up there, too.
If it is Miller, we'd better get him out of there as soon as possible.
Or the child.
Give us another ride, mister.
Look, Johnny, Tony went home.
Why should I?
Because your mum wouldn't like you being up so late.
Well, what about you?
I've got to go to the dairy farm.
Go on, then.
Oh, no, he wants to sleep and you'll make a noise.
You want me to go home, don't you?
You mind your own business. Johnny, what do you want now?
I want an ice cream.
But I haven't got any money.
Yeah. Here you are, boy.
Oh, thanks, mister. When I get it, would you like half of it?
No, no thanks, boy.
Oh, hey. Hey, Johnny, don't you tell our Mum I'm up here, will you?
Why?
Because you wouldn't want your white mice eaten by them black rats, would you?
You wouldn't do that.
I would. I'd set 'em on 'em. So I ain't here, see? Nobody ain't up here.
All right, I won't tell.
It's all right, Johnny. You're all right.
Now, Johnny, who are you up there with?
I ain't done nothing.
Nobody says you've done anything, Johnny. But who were you with in the barn?
I wasn't with nobody. There's nobody up there.
What's he got in his hand? What do you got there, say?
Well, show the policeman what you got, Johnny.
What, have you had any money on him, Jack?
What the hell?
We only had sixpence this week, and he put that in his money box.
Who gave you this, Sonny?
No one.
All right, Mrs. Ashley.
Oh, you bad boy. Now, you tell me the truth.
Hazel.
What?
Hazel said I mustn't tell.
Hazel's up there?
No.
Is Hazel up there with a man, Johnny?
No, she said I wasn't to tell about my money.
Little fella didn't want to go, did he?
He's only a kid.
So are you.
Oh, I'm not. I'm nearly 17. Well, no, I'm nearly as tall as my dad is. He's old and he's got round shoulders, my dad. He ain't like you.
Morning, Cotton. Wait over there, will you? All right, Dr. Nichols, if you want to, you can go in there alone. We'll cover you.
He mustn't see the dogs.
Please, they'll only have to go just inside the door. The scent's only half an hour old.
And I must have these people away from here.
Well, it's all a bit difficult, you know, in a village. They all want to stare.
If that is Miller, and he sees these people, he'll give them a performance, all right?
All right, Sergeant, move these people.
Right, sir. Well, come on, Major.
What's the trouble, Sergeant?
Sir?
What are you doing with that gun?
I'm a farmer. I'm entitled to carry a gun.
That's a rifle, not a shotgun.
I'm also the member of a rifle club.
I see. Well, I'll give you 30 seconds to get away from here.
And what'll you do if we don't?
We'll see.
Why, that's me Mum. If she finds me, she'll kill me.
I was trying to bring her up decent.
Sergeant?
Sir?
I want one man around the back and one around the side in case he makes a break for it.
Sir?
Well, Doctor, are you still going in alone?
Yes.
All right, we'll cover you. Make it quick. Thank you.
There's no one up there.
I'm hardly surprised they picked nothing up here. Dogs are more reliable than little boys. Well, I don't suppose we shall ever find out where you got that fourpence, eh?
Now, you answer the gentleman, Johnny. And this time, I want you to tell the truth, see? There wasn't no Hazel, and there wasn't no man up there neither, was there?
But I tell you, I heard footsteps.
Let the boy answer the question. Now, Johnny, was your sister up there?
No.
You made all this up, didn't you? Well, I swear I heard something.
Well, of course you did. You heard the boy up there. Look, for the past 2 hours, I've interviewed parsons, shopkeepers, and housewives. Some of them have even talked to Miller at the same moment, 20 miles apart. Well, I think you all better go home.
Sir, your driver says there's another report come over the radio. They think he's been seen on the arterial road. The chief constable's waiting to speak to you now, sir.
Thank you, Sergeant. Get these people home and then report back to your station. Bye, Johnny.
It's all right, she's gone. You can have your sleep now.
The search for Alec Miller continues. Reports are still coming in from all over southeast England, but the police say that as yet they have found no definite clue as to his whereabouts. They have asked all drivers in the area not to give lifts and remind the public once more that this man is dangerous.
We know.
What makes a man do a thing like that?
Well, you see, miss, according to the doctors, people like Miller are really children.
What time did he escape?
Oh, I'd say about 11:30.
So it was an hour and a half before they let off the siren.
Just a minute. There was a farmer from Bridewell came over today. He said that his chicken house was raided at 11:45 this morning. I never gave it a thought. I thought that Miller got out when the siren went at 1:55.
Yeah. That shows just how much good that siren is.
What's he look like, this Miller?
Big chap. Healthy-looking fella, about 28. He's got a big tattoo mark on his right hand. Shows up a mile off.
Not if he had something over it.
What do you mean, Tom?
You know what I mean, George. Well, that bloke escaped about 11:30. You say a chap came in here looking for a job. I suppose he didn't have something over his hand, did he?
Yes, I think he had.
Tell me, would he have any money on him? I mean, the price of the drink?
No, not unless somebody gave it to him after he got out. Or stole it.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry, miss.
That's all right, thanks. As I was telling you, nobody gave me a lift today. The law was all over the place. The drivers got scared. As if I looked like Alec Miller.
Well, they're not allowed to pick up passengers now. It's because of their insurance.
I think I saw him today.
You saw who?
This, Alec Miller. Fancy I was sitting right next to him. Just like a child, he looked placid.
What time?
About 12:15 up on the main road. He came through the hedge. I bet it was him.
Did he have a bandage on his right hand?
Yes, he did. I sent him up here. Is this Charingwell, isn't it?
Yes. Did he tell you he was Miller?
Well, of course not, but it could have been him, couldn't it?
It very well could have been him. Tell me, what time was this?
About 12:15.
And you sent him here?
That's right, he wanted a drink.
So he did come in here.
But the man who came in here had money, didn't he?
I gave it to him.
How much?
Oh, only some loose change. There was half a crown. Oh, and before I left London, I was going to make a phone call and didn't. So there'd be half a crown and 4 pennies.
But at the dairy farm, they say she never got there. They never saw her. And Jack's searching everywhere now.
Don't you worry, Annie. I'll keep a lookout for her. After all, It isn't the first time Jack's had to go out searching for us, eh?
But with this man loose,
Well, we know he's not round here.
how do we know where he is? You haven't found him yet, have you?
Well, you can bet your life he didn't break out just to go after your Hazel, Annie.
It's no use talking to you, Bert Norris. You ain't got no kids. You don't know what it's like being a mother.
Well, I'd hardly be in this uniform if I did.
Well, I can see you're going to be a great help. Do you know what I think? I think you're scared of him. But I know somebody who's got more guts than you have.
So, now you can see the picture. Miller was smart enough to escape before the test siren. Then he raided the chicken run, probably hoping to steal the chicken to raise some cash. Failing that, he borrowed some money off this lady here. And then he had the intelligence to double back to Cherrywell, knowing the police would be watching the main roads and leaving the villagers to fend for themselves. It was pretty smart. And in this very bar, he posed the casual labourer. And significantly, slipped out when Sergeant Norris came in his uniform. Now the question is, where do you go from here?
He took a bit of a risk coming in here like that, didn't he, Major?
No more than the natural guile of a trained sniper or the instinct of a wild animal. They merge into the scenery. They don't cut and run. They're too cunning for that. And so was Miller.
But wouldn't Miller have that type of cunning? And surely that's why he was in Parkways.
No, the more primitive the mind, the more natural the cunning. When I was in Burma, the Dyke headhunters used to...
Oh, Major, sir, I'm so glad you're here. It's Hazel. She hasn't come back yet. And nobody knows where she is. I've been to Sergeant Norris and he just laughed at me.
No, Miss Ashley, calm down, dear. We'll see what we can do. Now tell me, what time did you send her out?
Well, I don't know the time exactly. I was listening to the wireless and then a fella called for a drink of water.
Well, what did this fella look like?
I never saw him. Hazel saw him and then she went out.
And you're sure you don't know what time it was?
No. Oh, wait a minute. The programme changed from dance music. It'd be about 1:45.
Of course. That's just the time we've taken to get from the plough to that cottage.
Yeah. So it could have been him up there in the hayloft with Hazel. I thought I heard something.
Oh, but the police dogs.
Oh, I'll tell you why they didn't get a scent. There's been sheep in that barn all this week. Their stink could kill anything.
Then he could have been with Hazel all that time.
But all because he wanted a drink.
Well, why didn't they find nothing when they searched?
Because he'd already broken out by the time they got there. And all that time, Bert Norris kept us waiting here till the inspector came with his police cars. That's what he's done. He's broken out. And he's taken Hazel with him.
Oh, you've got to do something, sir. You've got to do something.
All right, Annie, we will. We run along home. We'll do something. Only this time, Tom, we'll do it alone.
My dad. I didn't look up here. I say, you weren't on the run.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, the police aren't after you or anything. I mean, like you see on the telly.
Nobody's after me.
Ain't they? You haven't got much money on you, have you? You have. You've done something wrong, haven't you?
No, I haven't done nothing.
I don't care. I know you're innocent. You wouldn't do anything wrong. Not really wrong, I mean.
I broke into a chicken house this morning, that's all. I didn't take nothing.
Perhaps they did. Yeah, perhaps they think you did. Oh, they'll be after you. They'll go on till you're dead. It's exciting, isn't it? We're being hunted. We'll have to go away. The two of us together. We'll have to wait till it's dark first, though.
Yes. I felt a shiver go across me just before we come in. That was when it was. You know, they say that always happens if your firstborn goes.
Look, drink your tea. I'll get you some aspirins.
Where's Johnny?
send him to bed. Well, what's up, Jack?
Johnny, come down here. Did you find anything, Jack? Johnny, I want you to come down here right away.
What you got there, Jack?
Oh, no.
What happened, Jack?
I don't know. Yet. Johnny, come over here, son. Johnny, you remember that knife of your grandpa's, what I gave you?
Yeah?
Why did I let you have it, son?
Because I couldn't open it. It's too hard.
Who opened this?
Oh! You found her!
No, Annie. I haven't found it. But I found this. Who opened it, Johnny? Who opened it?
The man.
All right, Johnny.
You ain't going to belt me.
No, Johnny. Go back to bed. I went back to have another look in the barn and I found it.
He must have broken out when Norris disturbed us. I thought as much.
But surely you'd have seen him. Broad daylight. Where could he have gone?
Perhaps he didn't go anywhere.
What do you mean, Tom?
When I was a kid about young Johnny's age, I used to play in that barn too. I've just remembered something, Major. We had a hideout, right up in that hayloft at the back.
We'd better tell the police. I'll get you those aspirins, Mrs. Ashley.
Look here, Jill, I'm awfully sorry about all this, but
Must you always carry that thing around?
I am used to being trusted with firearms.
Why can't you leave this to the police?
Oh, them.
Yes, them. Donald, I want you to call them back. Now. Tell them what Jack Ashley's found.
But we haven't time. There's a child's life at stake.
That's not all that's at stake.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. I want you to call the police now.
Now, look, Jill, you're a stranger here. You don't understand.
I understand very well. You're a stranger here, too, aren't you? You don't really belong.
Well, I wasn't born here, no, but, well, people expect someone to...
Lead the local hunt.
Jill, I really am very sorry that this should have happened on your first day here. And...
Oh, well, perhaps it's as well that it did, Don.
Come in, Major?
Yes, Tom. I'm coming.
Well, then you could get a job driving a lorry. I know that'd mean you'd be away now. Well, you could be a porter. Now I could be a nurse in the same hospital. Train you, you know. And then in the evenings, some evenings, of course, not every evening, I'll take art lessons. I had a friend who went to Southampton. She took art lessons and they learned how to draw. My teacher says I'm very good at drawing. Like drawing? Aye.
Hmm? Yeah, what time is it?
It's evening.
Oh, here I've had a good sleep. You know, I felt dopey all day. I feel fine now. You know, you have got fine hair.
No, I think you've been asleep all the time I was talking.
Whatever I have, I've got a right to be asleep every night.
How's your hand? Better let me have a look at it. It might have got poison in it.
No, it's all right.
Well, tell me about that person. Oh, you said was like me.
She was killed.
anything about that person who's killed, do you?
She was my sister. She was killed in an air raid and I wasn't there. I should have been there. You know, you are like her.
You're hurting me. You are. You're hurting me.
I'm sorry I didn't know my own strength.
It's all right.
Listen, Tom. I don't want him breaking out of the back.
Right, Major.
Better leave the village now while it's dark. No one will see us.
How old are you really?
I'm old enough to leave home.
Now, what would your dad say?
You don't want to take me, do you?
Well, you see, Hazel, I'm the sort of chap that... Well, I wander around a great deal.
I don't mind. I'll go with you anywhere.
Yeah, I know, but you're too young, see?
But you promised me.
Now, look, I didn't promise you nothing.
Oh, please take me with you. Please, baby. You don't know what it's like living here.
I can't.
You're not going to take me.
There's men all the way around now, Major.
Good. Now, I'm going up first with the gun. I want you to follow closely behind me. Jack, you stand by down here. Also, we don't know what we'll see.
So you're not going to take me with you?
And look, I might be back in this way in a couple of years' time now, if you really want to go with me.
Where was you running from this morning?
Look, what's the matter with you?
I know who you are, and they're going to get you!
All right, Miller. Come on down.
Hey, what are you all doing down there?
Come down! You won't get hurt if you come quietly.
Look, you don't think I touched a girl, do you?
All right.
Look, I never touched her! Watch it! Hold it! Hold him! Get out of the way! Here, come back! Come back and tell him I never done nothing! Come back!
You might have killed him. If it hadn't been for your bloody headlights, I would have. Anyway, I got Miller before he could do any more harm.
Miller gave himself up half an hour ago.
But you just don't know, my Mum. You don't know what you do to me. I think she'd kill me.
Oh, look. Don't be afraid, Hazel. You just tell them the truth.
He never touched me. Is it going to be all right?
He's all right.
It was the wrong man, Jill. The wrong man. It was a mistake anyone could make. Well, you all made it, not only me. I did what any man would do. There was a life in danger.
There was indeed, Corps Major.